Welcome back to the Brocast. I'm Sean.
Kevin.
Oh, we are
the Parlay Bros.
Ryan's on location. I don't know. Where is he? Las
He's
Vegas?
in Denver.
Denver. Ryan, the miss you. We'll see you next week.
He's looking at the Broncos right now.
Yeah, he's doing some early scouting.
Yeah, I could see them winning that division, actually. Why
Yeah,
don't you bring that up?
me too.
We'll be doing some Colorado State or Colorado Buffalo work in there. So let's talk about the Bucks. You got the shirt on.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How's the outlook for the year? What's going on?
Well, it looks like we might be losing a key player, Vita Vea. He's requesting a trade. They can't seem to.
Boo.
Yeah, they can't seem to agree on a new contract, and I mean he's worth a lot of money. He's a several-time Pro Bowler.
Yep.
He
Plugs up the middle.
brought a Super Bowl. It's it's a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, man, because like he's a great. I mean, obviously one of the best defensive tackles in the league.
Yeah. Like literally just shuts it down in the middle.
He does.
Oh, yeah.
He's a big shutdown. The thing is, it's like he gets hurt a lot.
Yeah.
So like he'll play a lot and then he'll get hurt a bit. So that's kind of like an offset. And he wants to get paid. I mean, he's older, so he's trying. I think he's in his 30s, so he wants to get paid and lock down a contract.
Yeah.
We also got contract dispute right now with Baker Mayfield, so
Yeah.
we have to kind of decide on where money's going to go. So
But Baker is playing out his last season.
good.
That's
and
good.
then last year of the contract, and then he'll figure out where to go from there.
Yeah.
It could be rebuilding for the Bucks over the next couple of years.
I think that's exactly what's going to go. I hate to say it, but I think that's we're going to rebuild. I mean, let's see, quarterback wise, we're going to need a quarterback if we don't re-sign Baker long term. We have Emeka Ibuka, which we got last year, so we had sophomore year. Bucky's, I think this is his second or third year now too.
Yeah.
So
He had the foot injury last year.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's healthy.
Yeah.
I only know that because I had I think it was 1,200 yards. I had the over, and then he got hurt on like week 3 or something.
Yeah.
So I lost him for a lot.
That's over.
I know.
So the issue we have too is like back to like the one of the last big defensive tackles that just got paid. Dexter Lawrence signed a 3 year, $70 million deal with the Bengals.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like when you have that kind of money being locked down as a defensive tackle, one of the premier ones as well.
Sure.
You start thinking, well, where's my worth? Where's my
why don't I get
deal?
that?
I think that's kind of what's going on. So I think I think they'll probably let him shop it, but he's still on the contract this year, so he still has to play out the season. So so we shall see how that plays out. So it's not looking good for our camp. I think our win total this year is 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah, even though we're favored to win the division,
We are,
which is weird, because I mean, the Panthers, the Falcons, like they're coming up. They just need some more work. So I don't know. I honestly am not sure the Bucks will win their division.
I know. I agree. Me and Ryan talked about it. Atlanta could be a 4-1 plus 450 for them to win the division. That might be a nice ticket just to hold, and then see what you kind of see during the season. I did see Tua is getting banged up a little bit now as well in training camp.
Mm-hmm.
So we shall kind of see how that plays out. But between the teams in there, we can't figure out our camp. Yeah, I mean I do like what I see out of the Falcons. I mean Bijan Robinson's amazing.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it might be worth taking a shot on like the Saints.
Ooh,
I mean,
shook.
Yeah, I like him.
Is that like plus 700?
No, funny enough, it's Bucks, Saints, Panthers, Falcons. That's how our division is in order currently.
Wow.
Yeah,
interesting.
But the odds they're not too far off for each of them. So
except for the Falcons.
Yeah, except for the Falcons.
4.5 to 1.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's kind of funny that we're supposed to win the conference, but our win total's not that high.
Yeah, for the division.
Because in our division, unlike most divisions, you don't have to be very much over 500 to win the division.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah,
we saw that last year. Did you guys watch Quarterback yet?
I've seen. I saw the first episode. Was great.
Okay, so rewatching Quarterback reminded me of how our season went from being. It had a lot. It was like really high at the beginning. I'm like 72. We're going to Super Bowl.
Buy your
and then
tickets.
November came, and we lost the first game to the Saints in division, which hurt. And then we couldn't win a game in December.
Oh my God, it was brutal.
And Baker played
every
hurt.
week.
Every week,
Yes.
Baker played hurt.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that I feel like the offense was just lost. Like couldn't get a first down. Nothing was working.
So spoiler alert. So if you only hear this cover years, so if you watch the show Quarterback, there's the episode of us playing the Carolina at home in the rain. We win, then the Saints had to win, and then the Carolina, then we get pretty much into the playoffs, right?
Yeah, right.
So we watched Baker and his wife and the little girl cheering on the Saints.
Yeah.
The day after, because we played on a Saturday. On Sunday, you saw the Saints playing Atlanta, and you see them cheering on the Saints, and then Atlanta won, and then basically we go home, and Carolina goes to the playoffs. So that was kind of a weird footage to watch. If you haven't seen the Quarterback show, please watch it. It's really good.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Great show.
Netflix does an awesome job with those documentaries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So interestingly enough, our division is like that every season, man.
No.
Unlike, for example, like you can kind of look at the Bills and the Patriots. I mean, both those teams, to me, one of those teams is going to win the division.
Yeah.
Bills are favored, -140. New England right behind them, but New England has new weapons, but their schedule gets harder.
Yeah.
So you have to decide that.
They have one of the hardest schedules, right?
Yeah, one of the hardest schedules being the Super Bowl, runner-up. But you got to think, like they got A.J. Brown. I mean, they started building around the team, which they didn't have before. So it'll be interesting to kind of see how it all plays out. But the Bills are still favored to win it, even though they haven't,
Yeah, I feel like so much of it has to do with like schedule and how healthy you are, and like how healthy you are at what time in the season.
Yeah,
right? And it's like that's where it all falls into place.
Yeah.
Any NFL futures you guys are doing? Any like over/under win totals yet, or not? Not yet.
Not yet. Still kind of waiting to see how Cam works out. Because, for example, like we just talked about Tristan Wirfs kind of pulling a hamstring.
Yeah.
You kind of want to see how that's all playing out. A couple things that stood out, like Emeka Egbuka. Quick game. Let's play this. Receiving yards, number one receiver now because obviously we lost Mike Evans and unfortunately, but he's a 49er. What would you say his receiving yardage prop is for the season?
Ooh,
give me a guess.
Okay, let me see.
Feelings,
let me see.
1180.
Okay.
I would say 950.
875.
Wow.
Jeez.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So it's a good time to kind of look at some of the yardage props or even just like rushing touchdowns for running backs. Let's go with Ashton Genty. The guy was dominant when he played. What am I drawing a blank right now? The blue and orange. Give me the college. Boise State.
Yes.
When he was Boise State Bronco, he was amazing. The
so
guy,
good.
I think after 3 games, he had like 12 touchdowns. Right? So the guy was dominant. Now he played last year. He played first year with Vegas. You know, and we got all that. What would you think his rushing touchdown prop is?
Touchdown
for the season.
For this season? 16 games. I think he'd probably be 12.
I was gonna say 12.
7.5.
What?
Ooh.
So if you start looking at these, you start kind of going like, these.
I like these.
I know they're fun.
I'm excited.
It makes you wonder what does Vegas know?
Yeah, I mean, they got the quarterback. They got.
Oh, I don't mean the team. I mean all the sports books.
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying,
so what do they know?
I'm just thinking though, like. So, for example, I took Bucky on the over 1,100 rushing yards, and then week 3 gets a foot injury.
Gets hurt, yeah.
So there's a lot that can happen.
There's always for the season-long bets. There's always a lot.
I do love that. I listen to a lot of like different other podcasts, obviously, other than just our broadcast, and they were talking about that. They were like, a lot of things could go wrong to go for the over. So it's easy to get stuck. You just be a fan, right? We're a fan of like touchdown, a fan of yards and stuff. We're a fan of fantasy.
A
lot of things can go wrong where the under is the way to play, but we always want the over.
I know.
We want more action.
We want more action.
What I'm going to do this year is I'm going to take like 6 or 7 teams and like 4 or 5 player props, put like 100 on each, and then just have multiple things to care about.
Yeah.
That's not like all riding on one big thing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we got that. What about baseball? Let me pivot to baseball.
I mean, our Rays are still pretty hot. They're still leading that AL. It does help that the Yankees are losing. I mean, like most of the key hitters are kind of hurt right now. Aaron Judge is out. Stan's out. And then I think I just saw Bellinger come out of the game yesterday. So that's helping us.
Yes. How's the rest of the division? Are the Sox not doing good?
No, they're coming back. You know what's funny? If you guys will go back a couple weeks ago, we were sitting here and we were talking about, Ryan was kind of picking our brains. What do you guys think about Boston to make it to the playoffs? And it was like plus money. It was a good little thing. But they were at the bottom of our division.
Oh wow!
See, they went on a winning streak.
That's what happens.
Yeah. Like that's exactly what happens. And then they got hot. So instead of being sellers at the trade deadline, they kind of became like, well, nothing's happened yet. but it looks pretty good for the Red Sox. So kind of want to see where they are right now. I'm going to take a quick look. But, yeah, no, they turned it around quickly. Yeah, 55 and 51.
Yeah.
They're currently sitting, if you look at their standings.
Wow. They're probably
they
at the
crept
top
up
of the wild card.
top three.
Yeah.
Top three. I mean, along with, so it's Tampa Bay at 62 wins, 44 losses. The Yankees at 61, and then right behind them, Boston. So Toronto just fell off completely.
Yeah.
Baltimore's been falling off, and then so that Boston's made a run up for it. So kind of cool.
The other divisions, they haven't been able to keep up with the American League East either. So they're I think both of the other divisions, like both the top teams have won 55.
Wow.
So
I'm trying to remember
right there.
when we were in your backyard, we were talking about the Rays over-under win total. Was it 87?
Yeah, it was 87.
So I don't know why that number's sticking out of my mind.
62 is where they're sitting at now.
Yeah.
We're looking good, man, because like it's. So me and Ryan went to the Rays game last Saturday. We played against. I'm drawing a blank now. Of course, hang on. So we were playing at home.
Against the Rangers?
No, they're playing the Rangers now.
Yeah.
Is it Toronto?
We just got done playing. Not Toronto. I'm drawing a blank. Hang on. It wasn't Boston. It was Shane Bieber played for Cleveland. It was a Guardian.
Okay,
Thank you. I had to go back to quarterback. To the pitchers.
Right.
To the pitchers.
Yeah.
And quarterback.
Guy with the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He throws it.
Exactly. Well, no, he's throwing the ball, right? Exactly. So and it was fun to watch, and sure enough, we're just it's like more of the bats are being like it's not just a couple players. If Yanni's not hitting, it's Junior Caminero. If Caminero's not hitting, it's Chandler. And then it's just like watching the team kind of get all involved and stuff. So it's fun. I mean, they're fun to watch. And
how was the game day experience?
Oh, so much fun. So you get there. So would you think that during a Guardian game we'd be like crowded or like dead? Like
I would think it'd be not that busy.
It was super jammed.
It was Saturday.
Saturday.
It was Saturday
Everyone
night,
was there Saturday night. A lot of Cleveland fans, by the way, here in Tampa.
Nice.
A lot of Guardian fans out there. We
got a lot of transplants.
We got a lot of
Tampa.
transplants.
Well, don't they do some cool light show now too? Like on the Trop, they've got a cool like.
So I mean, they do a lot of cool stuff in the sense of like, I mean, during some of the innings they'll go around and shoot out like give away like T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
You can't really get a bad seat in that house.
No.
You really can't.
It's a good part.
So we were behind home plate in section 107, and you saw like foul balls just consistently. There was one in like the sixth or seventh inning where the ball came up, and I kind of stood up, and it went over my hand, and this guy just caught it with his hand. Nice. It was just cool stuff. Just so much fun to watch and stuff. And me and Ryan made some parlays, and we hit some parlays, and it was just kind of cool to be there and win some bets and stuff. So
I saw your text. I want to go to that Baltimore game.
Let's go.
August 17th
yes,
or something.
It's a Friday or Saturday. Whenever you guys are ready to go, we'll go and play against Baltimore. And they got some good hitters as well, so hopefully we kind of get some over, because the game we went to, the under was the play. And we played the under, and the Rays won. They stuck one out.
Now that I think about it, so we live in Tampa, obviously. In Clearwater, the Clearwater Threshers minor league team, the last Friday of the month, so that's this coming Friday.
Okay.
It's Bark in the Park night. We do it every year. You can bring your dogs.
Okay.
And it's awesome because I think it's like $5, and then the money that the tickets are raised for the Humane Society.
Nice.
But everybody can bring their dogs. And then, like in the seventh inning, they play like the chimes, the little ding dong, and then all the dogs bark. And
they do that mess with them. I love it.
And they have like dog bowls everywhere, and you can run the bases with the dogs. It's
nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's funny that you bring up the door chime. So I haven't had no one when you go to my house, you see this ring bell. So now if I'm anywhere and if you have your Ring app open. Yeah. And they hear the Ring app, they go crazy with that. Yeah. So I'm like, dang it.
I know.
Ring
they know. They're smart.
They know. They're very smart. They've adapted. They've evolved.
Pavlov's theory.
They've evolved into the Ring camera.
That's cool. I'm trying to think if there's any other baseball things going on that you guys want to talk about.
No. So, I mean, we're coming to the point where the trade deadline's coming up soon. I got to see the exact date. So teams that are winning are going to pretty much start to buy and and then people, obviously the teams that are not are going to have to sell off some pieces. So the biggest trade talk that was talked about for a while was Tariq Scoble, one of the best pitchers, plays for the Tigers, and it looks like they're going to try and keep him. They said that they don't want to trade him, which is interesting because I don't really see them being a threat. Because if we look at their wins and losses, they are, let's see, Detroit. Yeah, man, they've got 51 wins, 58 losses. So the White Sox, Cleveland, they're all kind of close, I guess. They could maybe make a run for the Central, but as far as the AL, they're kind of far back there a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see who does sell and trade. But the teams that have kind of really like not done well. Seattle. The Mariners have not done well, and then the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays to be like the bottom of that after being in the World Series last year. That's very, very surprising.
Wow,
very big drop.
A hangover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting. 2 years ago, I remember Baltimore was the team to just pepper.
Yeah.
And then I think it was last year. Didn't the Reds lose like 20 in a row? What was the team that lost a ton of games?
So
that was the Reds.
So the worst team that I can recall from last year, you had the White Sox for a while.
Yep.
And then before them, I remember being the Athletic A's. This was before the Vegas talk. Now they're called the Sacramento A's, I believe. So they're now they're the Oakland A's.
Okay.
This year, it's kind of like, I mean, there's not, I mean, the Angels at 42 wins, 66 losses, and then the Rockies, I guess, at 42 wins, 67 losses. So they're two of the worst teams in Major League Baseball. But nothing as bad as what we saw, where there was like a losing streak of like 15, 20 games. You're just like, man.
Well, the Mets were on a slide for a while.
They were.
And then I think they bounced back. But it's funny how they run in streaks.
They do.
So it's like it'd be kind of fun to catch them on the downslide.
So I'm kind of interested to see how it works toward when we get to playoff time, because the Dodgers have always been favored, but I think I saw Ohtani's not I don't know, he's not hitting the same, by the way.
Yeah.
So he's not. So he was like a runaway like odds-on favorite for MVP. I think there's some other players kind of keeping up, so I'm kind of interested to see where it kind of goes from here. So it'll just be kind of like every week, as we move, every games, every series will match up even more, because there's not a team clearly running away with it. I mean, Dodgers have 67 wins. For the Brewers have 67 wins. We have 62 wins. So again, there's not a team that's dominant.
Yeah.
They're kind of all on the running back. So we'll see how that goes.
I kind of wonder if anyone's using like Claude, ChatGPT
100%.
on like what pitchers. The thing I love about baseball, and I haven't bet a lot of baseball this year, it's just the season's gone so fast and I haven't kept up with it. But if you just did an analysis of like, tell me who the best pitchers are pitching today, and then like if you can pluck out a few top ones versus the like what like in terms of power rankings on the batting side, and then what really good like delta matches are there where it's like awesome pitcher, terrible batters in this game.
Yeah.
And then just kind of like harp on that one.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of people that have their own systems like that.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Have you ever played fantasy baseball?
No, I never have.
Oh man,
it's so hard.
Yeah, it's so intense because you're sitting there setting up your players for like 2 to 3 days at a time.
Yes, right.
And you have to make sure they're playing.
That's the thing, right?
It's
like all these matchups. It's not like football where at least you have like a whole week in advance.
Yeah, and you have to prepare. You have to be like, all right, well, which pitcher is pitching on this day versus this team? Let me play this batter against.
I feel like if you were going to be like, a semi-sports bettor full time, baseball would be a very fascinating thing to do because there's a lot of time commitment. You could spend every morning crunching lineups, doing some analysis.
So many stats.
Yeah. And then you got to figure too, like, because a lot of times I noticed even with me, like, let's say it's a matchup. Let's say it's tonight, for example. You got the Yankees playing against the White Sox.
Yeah.
Okay, but our first question is, okay, where are they playing? And then it's after that is, okay, who's the pitcher?
And what's the weather?
But the pitcher is a big factor but that's usually your first 5 innings. So as soon as you pull that pitcher, then you got to count on the bullpen to see if they can kind of close out the game.
Yeah.
So like it's been, for example, I was at the Rays versus Red Sox, and then we had Jurassic in. That was our third game that we had just played. That was for the sweep. Jurassic threw 13 pitches. 13 strikeouts.
Yeah.
He went into like the 6th inning, doing 6 innings. It was a beautiful game. 5-0 winning. I'm like, oh, this is a runaway game. And then I stepped away to the bathroom. We changed pitchers, and then it was like, before I knew it, it was like the 7th, 8th inning, and we were up by 1. I'm like, what happened?
What happened?
Go to your bullpen.
Yeah.
And then God bless you. So all of a sudden it starts to change.
Right,
so
right.
It's like you kind of have to figure things out like that.
I know. It makes a difference.
So it does kind of make it fun.
I know. I really want to start doing some more baseball stuff now that like World Cup is over.
Oh my God!
Nice segue.
I'm so sad.
You're sad.
That was
exciting.
No. I love that they lost. That was my favorite part. I'm sad that it's over because I'll tell you what. Every day you got to look forward. So much fun.
Yeah.
It was so much fun because honestly, my biggest takeaway, which we can kind of go into what our biggest takeaways were, was like I never realized I hadn't paid attention to like Harry Kane's, your Jude Bellingham, like all these major players, and just learning more about their players and stuff like that. Because like you don't see them on the same team in the country. They're playing for their country, but essentially they're playing for a club.
Yeah. Right.
So you got a chance to kind of see that. So I really did appreciate that much more. And yeah, so I'm definitely missing. I'm having some major, missing out on some.
Yeah, I know. My takeaway for me was soccer's pretty cool. I've never really watched it.
Oh yeah.
I am all in on the next World Cup. It's something that I'm going to look forward to. Well, I'll be honest. When it came out, I was like, "What is this? Is this like a Europe thing? Like, is this part of the Olympics?" I just had no concept of like, what is this? And like, I watched so much soccer this year compared to any other time, and like, it's just kind of learning too. Like, it starts with this huge group, and then there's like the groups, and then it gets down to like the quarters, and then like it's like a single elimination, which I didn't know, and like that was really exciting once I found that out. It turns into a little bit of March Madness. Yeah. So that's cool. It's nice to have that in the rotation now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that's every 4 years.
Every 4 years.
4 years. Okay. Yeah, but the Summer Olympics they also play soccer in there, so you can watch them there too.
And then don't the women do the World Cup too?
Next year.
Next year.
Okay.
Yeah, they're playing in Brazil.
Okay, so that's cool. Nice. All right, well, let's talk a little bit of college football.
Let's do it.
Here for that. All right. So this week I broke down the Big Ten.
Big Ten.
Phil Steele, the Bible.
It came out. Look
out, baby. I got this. Look at that. I know. It's like I try to keep all these too. I've got a trove of these. I was at Starbucks or Barnes and Noble getting a Starbucks with my daughter, and I looked in the magazine section and it was there, and I'm like, oh my god,
finally out.
Crazy too. It's like 20. Yeah, it's like glowing. It's like a Christmas story with the Red Ryder BB gun.
Yeah.
It's like, this is my year.
It's like,
I gotta tell you, not to plug this too much, but if you haven't gotten this, it is like the Bible for college football, because one of the things I like is that it breaks down, everything. Heisman guys, teams that are on the Bulls versus the Bears, who's made what classes were the best recruiting. It also has the breakdown on each conference, and it also has power ratings. So it has all 132 FBS teams ranked from top to bottom. Notre Dame was 1 this year, which is a pretty big, cool nod from Phil Steele. The Big Ten is interesting. So there's 18 teams in the Big Ten.
18.
I'll go through 1 through the bottom. So they've got Ohio State as number 1, Indiana as a number 2, but they ranked Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon all clustered as like very, very close.
Yeah.
And then it drops down to he basically did like a power rating within the group. So USC drops to a 4, Michigan's 5, then Penn State at 5. So they're kind of the same as Michigan. New coach, Franklin's gone now. He's at Virginia Tech. And then it goes Washington Huskies, Iowa, Nebraska, Minnesota's at 9, Illinois is at 9, Wisconsin's at 12, Northwestern 12, UCLA 12, Maryland, Rutgers, Michigan State, Purdue. 18 teams. The thing with the Big Ten is that between Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, really good. Their over-under win totals are all 10.5. So these are going to be great teams. And then when you get into like USC, Michigan, Penn State, Washington, those 4 teams are like your sub-tier teams. Win totals in there are like in the 8, 8.5. And then it gets really ugly. So it's like it bottoms out fast. Yeah. So there's 7 teams in the Big Ten that are at 6 or under win totals. To put that in perspective, Big Ten has 7. The SEC only has 4. So like the Big Ten's got a lot of garbage in the bottom. Yeah. So like Purdue, Michigan State, Rutgers, Maryland, no bueno. Yeah. Those teams are not good. So
all the basketball colleges.
Yeah. So what I kind of did was exactly. That's true. Yeah. So I looked at like a couple things that I really like. So one of them on the over-unders for the Big Ten, I've got Wisconsin. So their win total. The Badgers. So they're only a 6.5 win total. And I'll go through real quick. So I've got them at the over. I think they can get 7. I think they might be able to get 8. But I like the way their schedule breaks out. So they played Notre Dame week 1. That's a hard loss.
Oh, that's a loss.
That's a tough one. But then they go Western Illinois. That's a win. They have Eastern Michigan. That's a win. They'll probably lose to Penn State. They'll definitely beat Michigan State. Then they have a bye. Then they go to UCLA. I put that as a loss, but that's not like a total. They could win that.
Are they playing in?
It's at UCLA.
It's at UCLA.
So they got to travel. But UCLA is nothing too scary.
Yeah.
They're just a slight edge. So Phil Steele has Wisconsin and UCLA both at a 12. The only reason I'm saying maybe a loss is because it's on the road. It's a long travel deal. Then they play number 4 USC, 4 meaning in the conference, not national. I have that as a loss. I have Iowa as a loss. But then they have Rutgers, Maryland, Purdue, Minnesota. So it's just win, 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 I think. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would be over.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can pull off UCLA, which is possible, that would be 8.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was going to pick Wisconsin, I looked at a lot of these. I didn't want to touch the 10.5s. So my pick would be over win total for Wisconsin with that match. Those matchups. So next one. I only have a couple of these. I have Nebraska. So this is going to be a fun one. I'm excited about this. So this is Matt Rule's 4th year. He's a good coach. And they lost 3 games by less than a touchdown.
He's a good college coach.
He's a good college coach. Yeah. Their schedule is awesome. It lines up great. I always like when teams kind of like, not that you want to like stack your schedule with crappy teams, but I just feel like continuity-wise, some younger players kind of gelling. It's good to get some momentum and wins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love it when you start off like Wisconsin plays Notre Dame, and then it's like a couple weeks later they have like a Michigan or something. This is how Nebraska Cornhuskers schedule lines up. They play Miami of Ohio, which is good for the MAC, but not great. Then they play Bowling Green, North Dakota, Michigan State, and Maryland. So they get the sludge right off the bat. So they should be 5-0.
Yeah.
Feeling good, working the kinks out. Life's good in Lincoln, Nebraska. And then it gets tough. So after they're 5-0 and life is good, all they need to get is 2 more wins.
Oh.
Here's what happens. They got Indiana, Oregon, Washington. So loss.
Yeah.
And then they play the Fighting Illini, Illinois, which is ranked 9 versus Nebraska 9. So power ratings equal. That's at Illinois in Champaign. And so I think they'll win that, but it's up for debate. Then they'll play Rutgers, they'll win. Then they play Ohio State, they'll get pounded. And then they play at home against Iowa. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First games are all wins. That's 5. If they can beat Illinois and Rutgers and Iowa, that's 8. Mm-hmm. They have room for error on any of those 3. At 7, they're still over 6.5.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to do anything with the Big Ten, I think I'm going to ride Nebraska. I might get a shirt or 2, a hat. I might go to Nebraska. I'm not dropping a Clemson Tiger on them, but I do like the idea of maybe spreading a little bit of like a couple $100 on Nebraska, get into their season. I think that pairs up pretty well. I did a quick breakdown on USC, but honestly, the more I looked at it, it's a coin toss, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But those are kind of my thoughts on the Big Ten. I'm going to stay away from all the 10.5s and just kind of enjoy the games.
That's like a perfect season. I mean, that's what they're kind of
pretty tough. Yeah. And I think some of those teams are just going to beat each other up. But what I'm looking for is like Matt Rule, season 4. They've got a lot of returning seniors. You know, they're at home. A lot of these, the schedule just lines up awesome. So if you can get early wins and stay healthy, I like the over for Nebraska. That's going to be my pick for the Big Ten.
New quarterback or a returning quarterback?
New quarterback. It's a transfer, but a lot of returning. Their defense, most of their defense is coming back.
Good.
So I think that lines up pretty well. But it's interesting how like the discrepancy between like the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's why I like your play of not picking the top because I mean because you got to think you have to have a near perfect season, right? In order to kind of hit that over. But if you're taking that 7.5, you're kind of like as long as you just have a good season. You know, then that point.
Well, you know, and this is for entertainment purposes, not only, but it is for entertainment.
Yeah.
So, like, if I can be rooting them, they beat Ohio, they beat Bowling Green. Okay, we're 2-0. It's on ESPN2 on a Saturday night or something. Then they beat up on North Dakota. We're 3-0. It's like, all right, we're chipping away.
Yeah.
You know, and then
that's
never know.
When you order the jersey.
That's in the gear sets coming in.
After week 3, when they've got 3 under the belt, you order the jersey. Yeah. I can see this coming to life. Yeah.
And there might be Parlay Nebraska.
You get the
golf bro red.
Get the golf towel.
I might have to get a Parlay bro hats for us in red. But yeah, no, I'm excited for. You know, it's funny. We looked at the American 2 weeks ago. FAU over. We talked about that. So I'm all about the Owls this year. Nebraska on the over as well. And then I know SEC we talked about. I think it was. I have to look at my notes, but I think it was Ole Miss might have been on the over too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we're starting to see some themes here as we get closer to the season. We're not that far away.
Oh no, we're not.
I think week 0 is 4 weeks from now.
I'm not
Maybe
sure.
3. It might only be 3 weeks.
I mean,
away.
it feels like we're already in August, so yeah.
Pretty much,
right there.
Yeah.
Now, wait for football.
I know.
I know.
We're so close. Actually, I think next weekend is the Hall of Fame game. I think it's August 7th.
Yeah, it's the first week of August.
So 1 week from this weekend is the Hall of Fame game. I don't know who's playing in it, but
I don't know.
Are you guys going to bet any preseason?
Preseason? I mean, not really. If you're starting quarterback up, like playing the entire game, I don't want to bet on it.
Yeah, let's just keep an eye on it, mostly for fantasy.
Yep.
You guys remember Baltimore used to they used to win every single game.
Yeah. But that was a Harbaugh thing.
Yeah. So it's always fun to root, for a team to win, bet those overs. Are there any teams that you would bet under that you can think
Well,
of?
I did look at USC's schedule, and I did break it down really quick. There's that one is. I was going to say over, but at 8.5, I kind of have a hunch that the Trojans end up at 8.
Okay.
Because they play San Jose, win, Fresno, win, Louisiana, win, Rutgers, win. I like that. Then they play Oregon, they'll lose. Washington, they could lose. That's kind of a coin toss. Penn State, they could definitely lose that. They'll beat Wisconsin. They'll lose to Ohio State. They'll lose to Indiana. And they'll beat Maryland and UCLA. So it kind of comes right out at 9. But if they lose any of those other hinge games,
if they flip up once,
I wouldn't touch it. If I was going to pick USC, I'd go on the under.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel more excited about Nebraska's over than USC's under.
Yeah.
So we're getting close.
Yeah.
I can't wait till there's real games to break down.
Yeah.
And then that'll put us at right at a 1 year of recording this broadcast.
Yes, it will. Our 1 year, we have to do a 1 year.
Yeah.
We have to get Bo on the show, get Sean Kelly on here.
Have to throw a big party.
I know, right?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm down. Anything else you want to cover?
I mean, anything else sports related? If not movie related.
Oh yeah, let's hit it.
Man.
Odyssey was amazing.
Tell me about it. I haven't seen it yet.
Last night.
Oh, so good.
I saw it in Dolby Digital because it was kind of a last minute.
Yeah, it's hard to get tickets, man.
Yeah, because you can reserve seats now. Well, for a while now.
Which I like.
Yeah, I like doing that, but it sells out the IMAXs.
Yep.
They have a 70 millimeter over here in Tampa that I really want to see it in, but I'd go see it again.
I'd watch it again. It's my favorite movie of the year.
Man, it was fantastic.
I had never heard of the 70 millimeter. Is it the new thing?
No, so back in the 70s, 60s or 70s, they were filming in 70 millimeter. If you watch a lot of old westerns,
okay,
where they have the really wide shots.
Oh yeah.
That's the 70 millimeter.
Okay.
So there's only a couple directors that'll do it because it costs so much money.
Okay.
To make it.
And you got to cut so much.
Yeah.
Every 4 minutes, and you got to cut the.
Yeah, and it's filmed. It's not digital.
Yeah.
So they actually have to go through and edit the film old times. So I think the last movie that did it was The Hateful Eight.
Okay.
And they that movie's 3.5 hours long. When they showed the 70 millimeter, which I didn't see, but they actually had an intermission in between it.
Really?
Because they had to swap out roles too.
Put the reels
at the same time. So
that's kind of cool though.
Yeah. So it'd be really cool to see the Odyssey in 70 millimeter.
I'm here for
the shots were so beautiful.
I'll rewatch it.
So much of it was practical effects.
Okay.
Every wide shot they did of them out on sea, they filmed out on sea.
Yeah, I've heard that.
On a ship.
Yeah.
They made animatronics for the Giants. Or no, I'm sorry. The Giants were actual people.
They were. Did you hear what they did for that?
Yeah, all these stunt doubles, they were very short.
Yeah, oh, really?
So
no way. That's awesome.
So for example, Odysseus, which is Matt Damon's character, they had this very built woman play as his stunt double.
I heard that.
And then they had the Giant as a 7 foot bodybuilders,
yeah.
And then that's how they recorded it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so cool.
It's so,
and the ogre, they made a whole bunch of animatronics. Or not the ogre, the Cyclops. They made a bunch of animatronics. So like when you see the foot coming down, when you see the hand stretched out, that's anime. Like it was.
Yeah, I know. It's
a
not
real
CGI
shot.
crap.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Uh,
It kind of reminds me a little bit. I haven't seen it yet. We're gonna see it, and I want to see it in that 70 millimeter. But it reminds me a little bit like when like the original Star Wars came out, and like Jabba the Hutt. It wasn't CGI.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It
the
was,
big puppet.
it was like it was like the puppets and like
and
all
the
the
guy
makeup.
inside. Yeah,
That's the cool part about
It is.
movies, though. It's
I
like
know.
the craftsmanship of that.
Yeah.
I know. It was. Oh man, it was a beautiful movie.
That's
I loved
cool.
it.
I'd watch it again. It's my favorite movie this year.
Nice.
So before it was Project Hail Mary, I think I told you guys before, it kind of pushed
really
it to
good.
number 2. Now Odyssey is number 1 for me for this year's movies.
Yeah.
I like Project Hail Mary a lot. I don't
If-
think of what else I've seen that's been good this year.
If you guys like the Marvel movies, like the new Spider-Man.
That looks good.
That's still good.
So have you seen the Screen X that they have at some theaters?
I've heard of it. I have not been to it.
Is it
But that's
the
at AMC
wider one?
Veterans.
So yeah, so what they do is it's a regular movie screen, but then they extend the movie out to the sides.
I watched The Mandalorian and Groove on that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Was
so,
that at Veterans?
Yes, the
yes,
Veterans. Yes,
Yeah.
they got that there.
So they're making Spider-Man. They're making a version specifically for that theater.
That's awesome.
Because usually what they did is they would add colors and show a
Right.
little bit on the sides, but now they're actually going to show a full
Dude, I
scene
love it.
So
like
cool.
that. So
That's
I
good
want
for
to
the theaters too, because
Absolutely.
people want to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to get that at home.
No, and
Yeah.
movies are already expensive, so if you add a few more bucks to it, but it's that experience, it's
Yeah.
worth it.
Oh yeah.
I like to go on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Tuesdays are good.
AMC,
Half off.
AMC Stubs ticket.
Yes.
Get your money for it. Half price. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Do you ever go to
Cannot beat that.
NCG at Citrus Park? They have $5 movies on Tuesday.
Do they really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they have unlimited popcorn.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Unlimited
they do.
popcorn
Unlimited
too?
popcorn.
Unlimited.
Check that out, man.
Yep, you go nuts in there.
That's how you get popcorn steak.
I
You
know.
know, popcorn comes, it's like, oh, I don't feel
What
so
movies
good.
did you see? I never left the lobby.
Just kept on
You're
eating
out of popcorn. All right, tune in next week. Hopefully we'll have Ryan back if
Yes.
he's not traveling. And enjoy all the games. See you next week.
See you guys. Take it easy.